And also, the fact that most of you are sitting there demanding all this stuff. Like I said, I have a job outside of YouTube. I got stuff in my personal life that I gotta deal with, just like anyone else. Now, granted, that's why I usually post 2 or 3 videos. And I space them out over a 4 or 5 day period, sometimes even longer. Now I'm gonna wait a little bit with this Thor stuff, because Thor is coming out. I want to enjoy that. I got a couple of games on my Xbox and PS3 and whatnot that I want to play. So I'll post if and when I can. But I don't think it's fair that you demand from F.W. Waller, from Zipblock, Gory, Deadpoolzilla, and all them, that you demand them to do all this stuff, but then you turn around and everybody look. I always say I'm the underdog of all of us in the YouTube comic book community, and I mean of everyone, because everybody's got their own little cult following. They got their own little people. But yet, what about me? The only other person that I've seen aside from Zipblock, Gory, Mount Vernon Kid, occasionally. See, I already said F.W. Waller, Zipblock, Gory, occasionally Mount Vernon Kid, 2 Mercy, and a few other odds and ends here and there, and maybe a few friends on Xbox that are sitting there trying to be supportive. Other than that, am I not supposed to get any love? Am I supposed to be, say, like that red-headed stepchild that everybody's ashamed of, so you just lock me in the basement and I just get beat on? Is that what I am? I'm sorry to use a lot of profanity, but what the fuck? What's the point in me wanting to do YouTube videos if hardly anyone is going to watch them, or comment, or get any feedback and support? I don't think that's fair. I don't think that that's right. I work on these videos. I try to be elaborate and creative. I try to create stuff that is fun, that is funny, that's exciting. I cannot tell you how overwhelming it was when I did the comic books and what they mean to me subject. I was blown away with how many video responses there were to that. But here's what's funny. Here's what's funny. Very few people named me off as the originator. Most people said F.W. Waller, or they said Zipblock, Gory, or they said Comic Book Fan 1234, who is not with us. He apparently decided to up and leave without saying bye or anything. Whatever his reason, whatever bad juju happened to him, I try not to hold any ill will. But I'm of the belief that if you're going to do something like that, then you gotta at least say bye to people. But hey, it's not a problem. It's not like, you know, I'm trying to form friendships and bonds with, I guess, some of you people. I mean, I may sound bitter and cynical, but you know what? I'm glad that Zipblock promoted me and F.W. Waller. I'm glad that he's willing to at least give us a chance and try to comment. I'm glad that Mount Vernon Kid tries to every once in a while jump in there. Sorry to call you out on this, Deadpoolzilla, but it seems like, you know, you hardly don't want to do have anything to do with me or F.W. Waller, especially me. I don't know if you got a beef with me or something. You know, I don't know. Don't really care. I'm not here to start stuff. I'm here to simply do YouTube videos and have fun. But what I really don't like, that I find very disrespectful, is just all these people coming around and telling me that I'm a hack and all that stuff. I know I'm beating a dead horse to death, but it's just, it frustrates me. It really frustrates me because what am I doing that is pissing you people off so badly? What, I talk about comic books? I swear, some of you people on YouTube are fucking moronic. Just straight dumb illiterate motherfuckers who obviously don't know the value of good entertainment. I'm not saying that what I do is the best, but I'm saying that I at least try to be creative. As does F.W. Waller, as does Zipblock Gory. And I'm going to speak for all the YouTube comic book community here when I say, you know what, to those of you that sit there and say that our stuff is not good, or that you demand that we do better stuff, fuck you in the ass. These are our channels. This is our community. If you want to learn about comic book characters, then by all means ask us, we'll have a conversation with you. But if you're too damn lazy to take time out of your busy day to want to learn about a villain or a hero and then get mad because we don't give you enough information, then you know what? I'm sorry. But Google was invented for a reason. Wikipedia was invented for a reason. Actual encyclopedias based on comic books were created for that purpose. You can invest money in it, or you can go on the internet and look it up. We are not going to sit there as a whole and explain every single character detailed to you guys. That is a choice that you have to make as a person. You can be open-minded and try to learn and watch the films, or you cannot go see the films at all and just sit there and sit on your thumbs and shut up. That's simple. But I am getting really fed up, not just with YouTube, but you know what? I'm even going to branch out here into the movies as well. Everybody doesn't like Green Arrow. They prefer Batman. Now, it's one thing if you like Batman, but you know what? Batman, I'm sorry to say it, I love Batman, but I'm getting tired of Batman. Batman is not the only character in DC. There is Superman, there is Wonder Woman, there is Aztec, there's Metamorpho, there's Shazam, there's Green Lantern, there's Flash. Let's see, there's Elongated Man, Plastic Man, Aquaman, Blue Beetle, Ted Kord and Jaime Reyes, the second and third Blue Beetles. There's Dr. Midnight, the JSA, Jay Garrick, the original Flash, Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, Ted Grant, you know, Wildcat. Plenty of DC heroes right there. But see, nobody wants to look these characters up because they're not interesting. They're not real. Well, you know what? F.W. Waller says it best. Anyway, as F.W. Waller had said, comic books are fantasy. They are meant to portray a fantasy world and characters that aren't real. They are not real. They aren't meant to be grounded. They aren't meant to be real. If I want to watch Batman, no disrespect to Chris Nolan, but I really do want to punch Nolan in the damn face now, because everybody's always constantly talking about Dark Knight this, Dark Knight that, Dark Knight Rises, and how, you know, these are the best Batman films ever, and that, you know, the animated series is overrated. Let me tell you something. Batman the Animated Series was perfect to introduce people to Batman, and it's also perfect because you got to see a lot of Batman's rogues gallery, even lesser known characters at times, or different twists. But what really pisses me off to no end is when people say that Batman should be grounded, that they should get rid of characters like Two-Face, Poison Ivy, and all that. Let me tell you something. I want to see Batman face Clayface. I want to see him face Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc. Characters that don't exist in the real world, or would not exist. Now, Killer Croc, on the other hand, I can see how they could do it, but it wouldn't still work. And I think what really pisses me off to no end is people saying that characters like Black Panther and and Captain America are stupid. Oh, he's a guy who throws his shield. That's just stupid. And he faces a guy who has a skull that's red. That's not realistic. Oh, look at Thor. He's a god. How are we supposed to relate to him? You know, oh, Green Lantern, he's got a ring that, you know, can do anything that his mind conceives. You know, that's just stupid. Well, you know what? Like I said in the previous video, you can sit there and sit on your thumbs and not go see the movies at all. But I am tired of this bullshit. Realism should not exist in comic books. There is a reason that they are fantasy. You people need to get that through your fucking skulls. They are not real. A character like the Flash doesn't exist in the real world. A character like Superman, Wonder Woman, some of Batman's other rogues gallery like Mr. Freeze and the Penguin and Killer Croc and all them, they don't exist. That's why comic books were created. They're not meant to be real. If you saw somebody in real life dressed like Batman, you would think that they were crazy. That's the appeal of characters like Batman. That is the appeal of characters like Superman. That is the appeal of supervillains like Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. They are not fucking real. I'm excited for Thor. And I'm even more excited for Green Lantern. And then I'm excited to go and see Captain America. Now, if the rest of you who can actually rub two brain cells together are going to go and see it, then by all means, enjoy yourselves. But to those of you that are sitting there bitching and saying that they should be more grounded and realistic, go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. I've had just about enough of the casual and hardcore fans bitching and whining about stupid shit. As I said a while ago, you are grown adults, and some of you are maturing into adults. Act your own fucking age. Stop sitting there crying and whining like a bunch of 5-year-olds. If you don't want to go see the movie because it's of a character that you don't like, then you know what? Don't go and see it. The film wasn't made for you. It was made for people like me, or Zipblock, or even Deadpoolzilla, or even F.W. Waller. I've had it with this. I'm so sick of going onto forums. I'm so sick of talking to people on the street and blah blah blah, sitting there whining and bitching about every superhero film that comes out. You want to bitch about something? Bitch to Fox about how they created X-Men First Class. That is not even close to the X-Men that I know. They're now trying to milk X-Men for all that it's worth. My X-Men First Class is the original First Class. Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast before he got the blue fur, Angel, and Iceman. That's the First Class. Not getting the guy from Wanted, some other guy, and then like throw in Mystique and Silver Samurai and a Young Beast and all this other stupid crap that they're going to be putting in that movie. Now I'm going to move on to another subject.